Hello Pisces friends, this is the Sun Woman. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel for your new moon holistic tarot readings for the period of December 18th, the new moon in Sagittarius, through to January 16th, the new moon in Capricorn. Just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who likes and shares my videos and who has subscribed to the channel. Thank you for my subscribers as well as new visitors. Welcome to the Sun Woman community. I'm happy to have you here. And if you have not already liked my Facebook page, please head over there and do that because I will be uploading or posting readings for each of the individual 12 signs for covering the first 6 months of 2018. So I will be doing spreads for each of the 12 signs and over the course of a few days uploading those things before the end of the year for each of the 12 signs. So make sure that you like my Facebook page so that you can get those readings as soon as they go up, okay? Alright, so this reading is for the sun sign of Pisces. If you have moon or rising in Pisces, this could apply to you as well. Keep in mind, these are general readings. If you'd like a private reading, please contact me at my website for a 6-month reading or for a general reading. I have a number of options there for you that might work for you. So let's go ahead and jump in. So Pisces, I feel that this next 30-day period is going to be a little challenging for you. And I'll tell you why I said that. I feel like you're going to land on your feet, and I also feel that so this is what's going on. There's an external influence going on here, and there are internal workings. So let's talk about the internal first. So I feel that many of my Pisces are making plans to yourselves in secret, behind the scenes. You're not informing anyone. Nobody knows what these plans are. But those plans have something to do with establishing yourself as an individual. Now, that could mean establishing yourself as a single person if you are currently in a relationship. Some of you may be working towards freeing yourself from a relationship that may have been causing a tremendous amount of stress for you. And it could be that some of you are putting money away. Some of you are actually making plans as to, okay, you know, once this situation is over, where am I going to live? How am I going to support myself? So I just see you making these very quiet, very private plans to establish your freedom and to establish your individuality, your individualism. I definitely feel that there's a financial component to this. So some of you could be making plans to do extra work or some kind of freelance job or work overtime or work more hours, whatever the case is, so that you can take those monies and put that money away in the next month period. I feel like some of you are in a relationship now, but you know, by early 2018, you will be single. You're coming out of that relationship. The reason for this, I feel, is that you've been going through a very unstable time with someone in your life. Now, this could be the influence of a male here. Well, let me just go back here. What's telling me about you making these plans and kind of focusing on you, Pisces, is the High Priestess and the Nine of Pentacles. So I pulled the High Priestess card here, and I pulled an extra card because I wanted to know what this was that you were keeping under wraps. And the Nine of Pentacles is spending time alone, self-employment. As I said a minute ago, some of you could be starting a new business or freelancing in some way apart from the work that you're doing right now in order to make more money so that you can get these plans going. Not yet, though. It's not happening yet, but I feel like it's coming. And the reason for this is at the base of the deck, which is the Emperor reversed here, okay? And the Emperor reversed can represent masculine energy around you. That is very much off balance, okay? The Emperor reverse can be a tyrant. You know, that's pretty much the bottom line. The Emperor reverse wants things the way his way. He has, he is very judgmental. He can be very overbearing, to the point of he can be abusive, okay, and very cold and very difficult energy to deal with. So, I'm hoping that this is not the case, but for a very few of you, or some of you, you could be dealing with an overpowering spouse, an abusive spouse perhaps, someone who is, I'm not seeing, well, there is the potential here for abuse on several levels, but any abuse, whether it's psychological, emotional, physical, is unacceptable, completely unacceptable. So, you may be making your plans to distance yourself from this individual in order to get out from under a bad situation. Now, if that is not the case, which I hope it's not the case for anyone, this masculine energy could also indicate a person who really is, he's not using his masculine energy in a constructive way, or he is just, he could be lazy, he could have no ambition, a major lack of ambition, someone who is kind of depending on other people to, depending on other people for his life, or for the things that he needs. He's not independent. He can be a male partner who is depending on his female partner, who, allows her to, puts all the weight on her. So the weight of responsibility, of the finances, of work, all of that, could be on his partner. Now, this could be a same-sex situation. So really, it doesn't matter. The sex doesn't matter, male, female. This could be a female that has heavy masculine energy and is tyrannical. Okay, so whatever the case is, you'll know how it applies, if this message applies to you. Or, again, it can just be someone who has no ambition whatsoever, and you, Pisces, are trying to, you have to be the one to save the ship, to save yourself, and you're focused on yourself first right now. Going through the cards here, we have the Chariot reverse and the Tower. So coming into this period, either this has just happened or this is about to happen. So the Chariot reverse definitely talks about things going off the rails, okay? Some kind of, it could be an emotional scene, it could be an argument, a fight, it could be the cancellation of plans, it could be the cancellation of a trip that you were supposed to be taking. It could be a complete breakdown of forward movement, meaning nothing moving forward, no progress being made, the inability to make plans, everything is just stuck energy, like the wheels have broken off the cart there, and the horses have run off in separate directions. So that could be the energy that you are feeling as we're coming into this new moon cycle, all right? With your, let's see, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius. So the new moon for you is going to be highlighting your 10th house, which is the house of career, of our social standing, of our overview of our world. So many of you, as I said, could be working overtime, working 2 jobs, freelancing, doing whatever you possibly can to restabilize yourself financially so that you can gain control of a situation that has gone out of control. The Tower is here. So the Tower, this is one of those cards that people, get nervous about when it comes up. But what this is telling me is that despite this, for me, the Chariot is even more scary, because the Chariot is like a loss of control. Okay, there's no one's in control here. But then the Tower comes, and the Tower shakes things up, and when the dust settles, you know where you stand. Okay, you know where you stand, someone else knows where they stand. Now this could be, it could be a situation where, someone loses a job. And maybe that's the reason that the Emperor's reversed. He's lost a job, and now he doesn't know how to regroup and get himself together, to get back on his feet. The Tower could indicate, the breakdown of some structure in your life. It could be a work situation. It could be, your home life, your marriage. It could just be a complete transformation of your world as you know it. But what I feel is that it is something that is going to clarify with complete clarity what your options are, Pisces, okay? Because after the Tower, we have the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is about options, okay? The Seven of Cups is about having options. So sometimes the Seven of Cups is a very ambiguous card because you don't really know how, you don't know how to apply this. But with it coming up after the Tower, for me, it's as though, okay, now things have gotten as bad as they could be. Everything has been shaken up. What was not built on a strong foundation has fallen. The dust has settled, and now here are my options. Okay? I can do this or that. I could do this or that. Okay? And this angel here, what I feel is that this angel is about to communicate very clearly what is your best option here. Okay, all of these cups are flying up in the air. It's like as though the Tower got shaken up, and during the shake-up, all the cups flew up in the air, and they're up there, and you're waiting for them to fall. You're waiting for what is going, you're waiting to see which ones are going to be broken, which ones are going to be turned upside down, which ones are going to be emptied out, and which ones are going to fall in a way that you can look into this cup and see, what do I do now? What's my option? So I feel that this angel is an influence. So it may be someone coming into your life. It may be your own intuition. Keep in mind, the High Priestess is all about intuition. She says, listen to your intuition. Have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. That's all about the Seven of Cups. Consider what this option would be, what the ramifications of that would be, what the consequences of that would be before you act. And keep in mind that Mercury is retrograde until December 24th. So I would advise you, don't make any options. All these cups are still floating around in the ethers right now. Nothing has landed yet. They will not land properly until after the 24th. So wait till after the 24th, after the Christmas holiday, wait till that week, a few days after, in order to now look at your options and see what you need to do. See what is available for you to do, okay? See who is there to help you out as well. Now, the Knight of Wands is here. The Knight of Wands is reversed. The Knight of Wands can indicate plans being canceled. It's kind of a similar energy to the Chariot in that the horses, the horse and rider have run off into, a totally different direction than where you thought you were going to go. So a lot of you, where you thought you were going to be is not going to be where you land by the end of this new moon cycle. There may be, as I said, a cancellation of a trip. There could be a review and renegotiation of some situation you're involved in. It could be an emotional situation. Again, with Mercury retrograde, all that changeable energy is still around, in the ethers. So the Knight of Wands can also represent someone who is a fire sign. So that could be Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. So someone of that, of those signs could be significant here. The progression here, though, is that you're going to have to make a decision before the end of this cycle. By the end of this cycle, you are going to need to decide something. And I feel that this decision is going to be one that maybe you have put off for a while, that you have neglected to make or procrastinated in making, but you'll have no choice at this point. Because what may happen here is that you and someone else, it could be this Knight of Wands, it could be this Emperor energy, okay? You and someone else are going to get into, best case scenario, a heated conversation or a very deep conversation that is going to clarify things. Worst case scenario could be an argument, okay? It could be an argument, fight, could be, a conflicting situation. And as a result of that, you will have to make a move, make a change, make a decision. So it's possible that all of these plans that you have of moving forward, as a single person, or moving forward into a new area, a new life, going out on your own, venturing out on your own, all these things this period of time may accelerate that decision and accelerate your need to follow that path, because of the shakeups and, you having to review your options and decide, what is the best thing, and then finally having to make that decision. You're going to have to pull off the blinders, okay? On many of the Two of Swords cards, you have a person who has two swords crossing their heart, and they have blinders on because they don't want to see. They're blinded by choice. At any moment, they can lay both of those swords down, or at least lay one of them down, one representing the choice that they've made, and take the blinders off with the other hand, okay? So you may have to take off those blinders and make a final decision, see what your options are clearly, and then finally, we have the Page of Swords. I pull an extra card here because I want to know what this argument was about here. And the Page of Swords says that some information, news is going to come through that is going to require you to have to make a decision. You may have been putting this off for months, for years perhaps, and now you're faced with it's kind of going to be mandatory. You have no choice, okay? The energies that are sparked by the Tower are going to kind of be the catalyst for the shakeup and for decisions to have to be made, options to be viewed, and choices to be made, Pisces. And, it is your nature to not want to make decisions, to really kind of go as far as you can before you have to make a choice. You are that dual sign. You're one fish going this direction, one fish going in the other direction. You would rather be able to stay in that energy. You don't want to have to go left or right. But circumstances arise in our lives where we have to make a decision, and this energy may force you to have to do that. But know that in doing that, you will have simplified your life on some level, okay? You will have taken that next step forward to this sense of independence, this sense of prosperity. And, understanding where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing. And there's strength in knowing who you are and in feeling confident in your own life and in your own existence, okay? And sometimes we have to make hard decisions in order to get there. The Page of Swords also can indicate the existence of an Aquarian energy, another earth sign, a air sign, so Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. It could be someone, as I said, bringing in news. The Page of Swords also can indicate that someone could be spying on you. Okay, Pisces, someone could be going through your stuff, spying on you on Facebook, your Instagram, going through your phone. Keep your phone locked if you have anything going on that you don't want people to know about. And, it could just be news coming through, or someone, scrutinizing you so closely that you get to the point where you're like, back off of me. I can't take this any longer. I'm ready to end this, or to go our separate ways, or, to follow my own path at this point. Okay? All right, Pisces, that's your reading for the new moon cycle. I hope it's been helpful to you. Thank you again. I wish you happy holidays, a happy new year, blessings and peace, all good things, love, peace, and joy. Please contact me for a personal reading. And as always, I bid you namaste.